Hey you, this is Rafik Hazi, the founder of Create Apps and Land Your First Client with Python, and learn Python by building projects with over 100,000 students enrolled. This is video number 2 of my new video series titled Your Profitable Programmer Masterclass. Welcome, and let's get going. I'll show you why the best programmers are broke and how you can avoid that. I'll also show you the #1 secret to how you can become a Python developer in less than 3 months, even if you have no technical skills, no degree, no money, and no time. I'll show you how I made $104,000 at my second year at Oakton Community College. And again, this is not because of my talent, but because of this system that I discovered that I want to share with you. But more importantly, I want to show you that you can have the freedom to wake up and work because you want to, not because you have to. Make an impact in the world doing it and ultimately getting paid what you deserve. All right, so if you're just starting out and you don't know a line of code, that is perfectly fine, because I'm gonna teach you exactly all the practical stuff you know, and we're gonna skip over all that technical jargon, that fluff that you don't need. And I'll help you be able to make money from your newly found Python skills in less than 3 months. Or let's say you're on the other end of the spectrum and you already have some of the coding skills, but you aren't making any money from it. In other words, you have the chops, but not the cash. I'll help you put the missing pieces into place. And I'll show you why people like you and I can become profitable programmers and why it's critical that you get this handled right now. In the previous video, we talked about your Python potential. We talked about the lifestyle that you can create, your earning potential, and whether you would be doing this full-time side hustle or as a freelancer. So in the last one, we kind of do it where we describe your lifestyle and we help you figure it out, okay? So if you haven't watched that, go back and watch that one and then come back to this video. Today, I'm also going to build on what we already discussed, which is the #1 thing you need to know about becoming a profitable programmer. This is an entirely new way that shows you how you can be earning money while learning at the same time. In this video, I'm going to literally hand you a portfolio app specifically designed for Python freelancers that you can literally click a button, go on this and use this app, and it'll be yours, okay? And the reason why I want to give you this is you can start smelling and kind of tasting what it feels like to be a programmer. And you'll also learn along the way that it's super easy, fun, and simple to build this. And I'm gonna walk you through behind the scenes of the code so you can understand that this doesn't require you to be a rocket scientist, mathematician, doesn't need you to be too smart or be coding since you were like 5 years old. So I don't know about you, but this is really exciting. It would excite me if I could go back in time and I'm sitting there where you are right now. I'm going to reveal to you the most important and best way of learning anything. I like to call it my 80-20 rule, and it's play and then learn. And how I can relate it to real life is, for example, if you wanted to learn soccer, would it be better that you're sitting in a classroom and they're teaching theory on the wall, like on the chalkboard? Or would it just be a lot better if you kick the soccer ball first, then come back and learn the theory? How about animals? You know, how they learn is they play first, and because they're just playing and enjoying themselves and running around, they'll learn how to run, they'll learn how to hunt, they'll learn how to detect danger, all of that. They build an instinct for it. Relating it to what we're doing, what I want to be doing with you is not only teaching you fun and awesome things, I want to be teaching you practical things first, where we're making web apps and websites, and then we go and break it down and learn what components went into it. So this way, not only are you learning Python, but you're not learning it from this very theoretical perspective. You're learning it from a way of how can it be making you money? How can you build real useful stuff that solves people's problems? And you can start to think about how you can be the one who's building things like the next Instagram, the next Snapchat, the next Reddit, the next Google, the next Dropbox. Keep that in mind as you follow along, and I'm going to reveal all these things as we go through this video. So the goal of all of this is to break you free from theoretical dude who just goes to college, accumulates loans, comes out, doesn't have a job, has all these loans and really nothing to show for it, versus showing you the practical guy that learns all these skills, doesn't necessarily needs a degree, but if he has it, it's even better then, and can be making good money, making an impact in the world, getting paid essentially what you deserve, and then waking up to have the freedom because you want to work, not because you have to work, and also impacting the world and changing lives all at the same time. So keep the big picture in perspective, that I want to show you the difference between the theoretical guy, right, and then that practical guy, and how quickly you can start be making money and having the lifestyle you want, versus the theoretical guy who spends years of his time to follow the accepted path but not getting any real results, or getting them way too late. And I want to help you avoid that fate. All right, so we have a lot to cover today. I'm excited. Make sure you have a pen and paper and you follow along and take notes as we go. Okay, now look, anytime you're trying to learn coding or make money from it, you'll likely hit a few roadblocks. And I'm going to bring them up right now, and just sit there and think if you've experienced any of these before, okay? Roadblock number 1, let's just say. Has that ever happened to you where you're sitting there and you're just thinking, you're frustrated and you feel overwhelmed because of the breadth of the resources that exist online in the world and how overwhelming that could be? Sometimes you can't even choose between 1 or 2 different resources. You look at all these online forums and everybody's telling you something different, and sometimes contradicting. They're like, learn C++ or learn C or learn Python. Which language to start off with first? What kind of projects to build first? And it's just confusing, right? Or has this ever happened to you where you kind of maybe know just a little bit of code, but you're just frustrated trying to figure out, how can I go from just knowing code, writing these lines of code, to turning it into something practical, to turning it into something that you can later sell, to turning it into something somebody will actually pay you money for, right? To solve somebody's actual problem. How can you do that from code to practicality, from theory to practicality? How? Or has this ever happened to you where maybe you know all of these things, but you just can't figure out a way to make money from it, to earn an income, to start, like, where is that online course that teaches you when you're ready to go and start making money? Where is that course that teaches you how to transition from complete beginner to start learning practicality, to then how do you negotiate and start getting either clients or get that full-time position? I don't know about you, but at least I've never seen something like this out there. Now, whichever one of those problems for you that I just mentioned right now ring true for you, here's one thing I know to be a fact. If you let these things be your everyday truth and these problems to exist and persist in your life, here's what I can guarantee you. You'll never find success in this field. Most people follow online tutorials that are taught by experienced programmers who maybe have 5 or 10 years of experience. The level they're teaching at doesn't relate with you. Like, they don't even know, they don't even remember what it's like to be a beginner. That's why they have a lot of trouble relating with you. At Clever Programmer, one of the biggest reasons the students have found my program so helpful is precisely because I'm not an expert. I didn't work for some big name company. I don't have 10 years of experience. And as a matter of fact, like I've said before, I went to Oakton Community College. I was a below average student. I simply discovered the system and it worked for me. And one very weird and amazing thing I realized is after refining it for many years, it works even better for others. And so that's why I want to share this system with you. I want this system to work for people who have jobs and people who have a family and people who only have a few hours a week to spend. I wanted this system to work for somebody who's bad at math or thinks that they're not smart enough or they're not good enough or they're too old. I wanted this system to be extremely practical, extremely tangible, and gets you results and gets you start making money as fast as possible in as little as 3 months. And I wanted the system to work for somebody who's never even written a line of code. Take my student Nazar Molly, for example, who used Python to boost his income while working as a freelancer CG generalist. He loves having the freedom to spend time with his little daughter, and right after taking my Python course, here is the big win he had. So from this little app, you made what, $300 total, or like how much did you make, if you don't mind me asking?
I made 1,200 in 4 hours.
And that's why in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how you can build a practical app. And I'm going to take you step by step through it so you can see how fun it is, how easy it is. You can start seeing yourself like a programmer, feel like a programmer. Now it's time to jump into the meat and potatoes of this. So let's get started. Okay, so now let me move on, and I'm going to show you my $20,000 app that I made. Okay, let's get started with that. I'm going to even show you the specific code that was used to bring some of the real world app stuff from the Python code. Okay, I hope you're excited. Come on, and let me show you this. Okay. All right, so my first Python client paid me $20,173.30. Okay, this is for less than 2 months worth of work. Again, these are my invoices. Boom, at the bottom you can see that's how much I got. Here's what I was working on for them. Okay, so let me tell you a little bit about that. They needed to bring me on board so I could save them a lot of man hours. They had to do a lot of tasks that were manual, and they were spending hundreds of hours a week, which was adding up to thousands of hours or more every year, and that was costing them between $300,000 to $500,000 a year. If they could automate that process, they would not have a problem paying somebody. Okay, so now let me show you kind of what I was working on with them and how easy it is. And this is something that when you learn it, and if you learn things the right way, you can get started doing something like this very easily. So this is what I needed to be building, okay? And this is kind of what I built for them, and I'll show you what Python code I wrote to make this exactly, okay? So check this out. Look at this. This is the form on the left hand side, the same form, employee form I showed you in this picture. This is a form, all right? So you can see full name, address, all this stuff. And then on the right hand side, you can see the code I used to build it, the Python code, okay? Full name, models dot. This is something that sometimes you just have to remember and you get used to it once you learn coding. And this is just character field. Max length, I said 120 characters, that's it. And boom, you have Rafik Kazi here. Address, wrote this line, got this in return. Wrote this line, got this in return. Now for some different ones, like the date ones where you can click it and the date pops open like this and looks beautiful, I didn't have to write any amazing code. I just did something pretty simple. Look at this. Hire date, models.date field. That's it. Birth date, models.date field again. Then this thing popped up. And to make this multiple choice one, simple. Title, choices, title, choices. This choices is equal to thing is what gives you the drop down. That's it, okay? Nothing complicated. Same thing with this form. Okay, if you read through it, these are the check boxes, which is Boolean in programming, we call it. Boolean is anything that has a yes or no. That's it. So I do Boolean field, and that's what it creates. And to set it to something that's not checked from the start, I just said default is equal to false. Simple. Simple code and beautiful result with dead simple code. So this was kind of the result I got. And again, this is not the real version of it because of NDA agreements. I can't show everything in the real app, but this is what I put together so you can see what I was working on. Okay, again, for those of you who want to be more specific, this is some framework in Python called Django, and you can use it to build things very easily and very fast. All right, here's what everybody makes coding seem like. They make it seem like it's something just so difficult. They make it seem like it is something that's like rocket science. And let me tell you that it's not. All right, I just showed you some of the things that looked so simple and somebody paid me $20,000 in 2 months while I got to travel, while I got to work on things that I enjoyed, while I got to spend time with my family. Pretty freaking awesome. All of this stuff, there's a huge market. There's not just one company that I showed you who I work for, with thousands of opportunities out there. If somebody is trying to get into freelancing with Python, this is the time and you could be crushing it. Now I want to show you the difference between regular websites and web apps, and I kind of want to show you what people pay real money for, meaning good money for. Here's what people don't pay for or don't pay a lot for. Your regular websites. These are your About Me pages, your Contact Me pages, your static websites. Think of a restaurant that just has their menu there and you can call in. Your haircut website, or the website that you might want to put together. Maybe it can just do blogging. Right? That's something you can build with platforms like WordPress or Squarespace or Wix or Weebly. If you've ever heard of them, if not a problem. But those are the point and click and you make a website. But that's not what I'm talking about when I say web development. What I'm talking about is web apps. I'm talking about building solutions to burning problems. Let me give you some examples of what kind of things are considered web apps and what kind of solutions you can be making for people that would pay you good money. All right. So Dropbox, all right, this was a cloud storage problem. And guess what this was solved with? Guess what people used to solve this one? Python. Spotify was a music streaming problem. What was used to solve this problem? Python. Okay. Again, the common thread is problem. Okay. And this is the solution. Somebody who knows how to build things, who knows how to take things from just code and turn it into reality, kind of like how I showed you earlier. Again, YouTube, what is this? It's a video sharing problem. And they were stuck for a while. They're like, how are we going to do this? That's when the burning need to solve it came. Okay, and you can't just build a regular website to solve this. You have to use something custom. And again, you guessed it, Python was the tool they used to build it. So hopefully now you kind of get the difference between regular websites and web apps. Okay, again, these are things that my mentor showed me. He showed me the way of the profitable programmer. He showed me the differences between somebody, again, who spends 30 years learning to code, becoming a professional, making $30 an hour, versus somebody who spends 3 months and makes $100 an hour working with a client, or makes $150 an hour. And he showed me of all the useless things I didn't need to know. If I go back to some of the code, right? If I just go back real quick, do you really need to know really complicated math? Do you have to be really smart to do this? Absolutely not, okay? This doesn't require some kind of crazy fancy degree. It just requires you to realize where there's a problem, know how to get in there and get that job, and then tell them you can solve their burning problem. And then that's it. It's as simple. It could be as simple as this, all right? So again, this is what they make you think, but it's not like this, all right? Again, this was a path that my mentor showed me. And what I wanted to do is, after years of refining this, I took the roadmap my mentor gave me, improved it. And that's how I came up with Create Apps and Land Your First Client with Python. Okay. This is a course I put together that would help you get your first paycheck in less than 90 days. I have something very special for you in this video, and now we're going to move on to that. The thing we talked about earlier, which was your amazing portfolio, your profitable programmer portfolio. You know, this is specially designed for a Python freelancer, and the way that I have made this and put this together for you, your My Work section, I've made it in a way where once you go forward in your Python career, you can just plug and chug projects in there. So as you build Python projects or as you build Python apps, you can just plug and chug them in that portfolio, and it will look phenomenal, and it's ready to get you hired. And you could share this with people as of now, and I'm going to give you all the code for it, and I'm going to show you exactly how to use it, where to go to change things, and personalize it. Okay, I hope you're excited, and I'm going to be showing you kind of over here what you're looking at, right? I'm going to be showing you exactly how you could take this, make this your own, and then boom, download it, and that's what we're going to crack into right now. All right, so as promised, I have what I said I would have for you, that amazing portfolio that I'm going to share with you that you can literally steal. And whether you even choose to go down the road of becoming a Python freelancer, which is actually why this portfolio is designed, it's specially designed for a Python freelancer, and where in your My Work section, you can literally plug and chug your projects. I'm going to go over it. But if you weren't even to go down that path, I want you to be able to take value from it. So whether you are a guitar instructor, or maybe you are in IT, or you're becoming a sysadmin, I want you to be able to still use this and bring value to you and be able to get jobs using this portfolio. So let me show it to you a little bit so you can kind of get excited about it. So for example, let me refresh. This is what it looks like when you come. Hi, I'm Kazi and I am a profitable programmer. Love everything about code. Also teach programming to people, and I change the world. Okay, so you can change your name, and I'll show you exactly where you can go to change your name, change the image. You can change the text on the button, and also this button opens up an email. I'll show you how to change who that email's to. You can change all of these and all of this stuff. Okay, and then the My Work area is where, as a Python freelancer, when you're building projects, you put the project here and you put the specific work or the description and that web app or website right over here. All right, link it. When you download this, and I'll show you how, when you download it and how you can basically take this app from me, this portfolio app, and how you can use it. And once you download it, there are video instructions in there to guide you every step of the way. So don't worry if I'm going too fast right now. You can download it and go at your own pace. I just want to show you some awesome things before we go further. All right, so again, your app description. Then at the bottom, it's this part, which is kind of cool. Let me refresh and show you how this looks like. So whichever technology you know the most, you want to put in here, and then at the bottom you want to say want to work with me, and a call to action, start now. So this is great. It's field tested. It's gotten me jobs. This exact portfolio has gotten my friends jobs. This exact portfolio. And how we put this together is we took a look at a lot of portfolios of professional Python freelancers, and we asked them, and we put together something that takes all of the best things and puts it into one. Okay, so nice area for image, headline, who you are, what you're about, your experience, and your My Work. All right, so now I'm going to show you a little bit of where you can go and change things in the code. Again, even most programmers, even professional programmers like myself, you don't have to worry about what almost any of this code means. It's not necessary. It looks complicated, but I'll show you where you need to go and change things. And that's what most of coding can be, okay? You don't have to know everything, because that's what takes time and adds years. If you know the most effective things, you can just get templates from online and then make them work, okay? So let me show you. That's why if you focus on just the practical things and not all the extra stuff, you can save yourself a lot of time. All right, so for example, let's say I want to change the Hi, I'm Kazi part. I can go right here on line 36 for me, and I'm going to say, Hi, I'm Bob, okay? And come here and I refresh. So after I save, I refresh, and look, it says, Hi, I'm Bob, right? Again, if you want to open this and you can't open the index.html, I'll show you that too. You want to open up a tab in Chrome or whatever browser you use, click open file, and then all we do is just click index.html, because that's where it was. It's the index.html file. Open it, and then it's running. And then if I want to change any of these things, okay, get in touch, I can say punch my face, all right? And if I hit refresh, you can see that this text changes. Now if I want to change who it's mailing to, I can even change this specific part that talks about emailing. All right, you can just put your email here. Now I'll show you a few other simple things before we continue. You might be wondering, how can you change this image? Very simple. I just googled some cat pictures online, found this one, thought this cat is adorable, and I'm gonna go here, line 34, where it's source. So image class, image circle, and then for source, we're just gonna paste this. I'm gonna go back, I hit refresh, and boom. This text editor that you're seeing is a fancy one for code. It's called Sublime Text, and you can download it. It's just like an Evernote or your notepad. Nothing complicated, okay? It's just a fancy one that makes code look beautiful. It's just a text editor. Basically, well, when you go down, these things are super easy to change. This part that says my experience, this part that says generalist in specialist in need, generalist at heart, okay? Again, video instructions are there how to change the animation. Maybe you're also wondering, how can you change this animation? Those are also simple in the video instructions. If you liked it, if you got any value out of it, would you please share this with a friend? Because teaching other people or getting other people on board and having that accountability will help you more than anything else. Email somebody, shoot them a quick text, or maybe reach out to them on social media. It doesn't matter. If you have somebody else doing this with you, it will completely change the pace you're learning at. Because I remember when I started learning, I was learning with one of my best friends, Tenzin, and the portfolio that I showed you, we also put it together and we learned to code together as well. That helped a lot. So again, share this with a friend so you both can learn together and at a much faster pace. Okay, up until this point, if you are here and you found this valuable and you got this portfolio where you can build these apps with Python later and just plug and chug them and build your career as a Python freelancer, if you think this was valuable and exciting, you're about to have your brains blown out. Because in part 3 of this masterclass, what you're going to be getting is the exact roadmap that's inspired by my mentor that helped me become a software developer, become that Python freelancer in less than 3 months. And over the course of the last few years, I've refined this so it helps other people get even more powerful results than it got me. Because remember, I had to discover this the hard way, and then I put this together and I made it even easier for you. And in the next video, I'm going to be sharing with you exactly how you too can get your first client in less than 90 days and get that first paycheck while working with creating apps with Python. Here's what I want you to do. First of all, you're going to download this portfolio that I shared with you, and I want you to tell me, what would success mean to you as a Python freelancer? Earning that extra $1,000 or $2,000 or $3,000, whatever it is, a month, what would that mean for you, and what would that mean for your family? I want you to comment that below, and I will see you in the next part of this Profitable Programmer Masterclass. Whoosh.